Happy Friday, everybody. Look at that early Linz for once, rather than being a minute or two late. You love to see it. I mean, I'm actually like 15-ish minutes early. The track doesn't come out for another 17 minutes or so. But I thought it might be worth me actually trying to spin a couple of laps ahead of time. Just try and get the fingers warm, you know? So we're not wobbling around the entirety of qualifying. We shall see. Let me move this way slightly. There we go. Right. Now I'm quietly confident that we'll get a race in today. Don't ask me why. I'm just feeling it. Just feeling it. The universe is putting out good vibes. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and do as many of the AMCA rounds as I can do this year. I was meant to be going riding tomorrow for the first time this year, but I had a look at the weather ahead of time, and the track's already wet, and it's going to be wet again tomorrow, so pull the plug on that one. Maybe see if we can do a midweek session next week instead. Oh, I always I love and I hate the first ride of each year, because it's like your arms go within half a lap, you're wobbling around, but then it's also just nice getting out on the bike again at the same time. It will be the Stark. My Yami hasn't been looked at yet. Probably better it is the Varg, to be fair, for the first one of the year. It's just easier, isn't it? I need to see... does the game sound louder to you guys than normal? No, it looks the same over there. So I'm wearing the headphones that Linda bought me. But everything's like a lot louder in it by default, so I'm having to mess around with some stuff. So if I turn that down like 2, but then if I add a little bit of gain onto this, turn that up like another 2 decibels, it should stay the same for you and then be quieter for me. 90 degrees in the winter. That's a nice problem to have, I think. I see. I haven't got to worry about any kickback these days. Just love that electric start life. Do I have an Audio Pro? I have no idea what that is, so I'm gonna say no. I've got a... I don't even know how to explain it. I've got like a red box next to me that I can change things on. And then I've also got that plugged into a blue box, and then that plugs into the PC. I think that's to do with this microphone, like goes through multiple things. Up it a little bit more. I shall. Good to do this now, ahead of time. Actually, what have I just... hang on. Oh, almost done that to the wrong thing. Let's do this one. There we go. Turn it up a little bit more. Let's try it to about there. I think I have turned myself up by mistake, you know. I turned myself up 2 decibels. And done. I want to make sure I don't accidentally mess up my noise gates and things like that. Mic's high in comparison. Well, I don't like the engine ever being too overbearing compared to the voice, because then I feel like it takes away from it. I always like the engine being a bit quieter, so it's not like fighting for each other. So there's 2 things on this track today that I hope... Actually, 3 things on this track today that I hope you can't do. Which we'll see if Stoney's been attentive enough in making the right version. 3 things today that I hope you can't do. I hope that we don't see anybody beelining it off the side of the track and sending the finish line and starting by like tripling or quadding the start. I also hope that you cannot cut this corner, because you can do that on this version. You can just ride through the bales here. And I implore anybody that is in a qualifying session just to keep an eye out, because I love people getting in trouble for things they know they shouldn't be doing. So I might just do 1 lap in quali that I know is going to qualify me, and then just sit here and replay, and then just protest anybody cheating. Voice is still a bit high. I can turn it down again. I only do it little incremental changes. And then also, I hope that you can't go double quad and then step on to this here. Because basically, I don't think this is meant to be an on-off. I think it's just the way this obstacle's been built. I do think this is meant to be more of like a wall slash tiny little double, you know? But so I hope you can't do that stupid big line. Other than that, we'll see how it goes. I wouldn't say disappointment's not the right word, but from the track preview, it looked quite tame. Like last year's Daytona that they made was pretty brutal. Like it looked hard, whereas this one looks quite straightforwards. And I'm also a little bit annoyed that it doesn't look like they've done anything to make the inside before the finish not OP. It still looks really strong. It looks so, and this inside here as well. It makes it look like the outsides in these split turns are just a waste of time. So the racing's going to be interesting. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, stepping on from the last single, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, that massive step on's like, it's outrageous. Yeah, so I'm quite excited to watch the racing tomorrow. No Chase, saw that Chase is out, same as Prado's still out for another round as well. It's always hard to bet against Eli on a Daytona. Especially with how good he's already been this year already. No, the aerial races are only streamed on Twitch. If you want like the commentating POV. So I always feel so weird hopping on bikes and having the PS4 controller in my hands again. So I've been playing a lot of COD the last few days and using the PS5 controller, and the PS4 just feels so tiny in comparison. I also hope that we can't do this on the actual track. Just a nice barrier in the sky, please and thank you. I'll test it all out when the track comes out, which will be in 10 minutes from now. 10 minutes, and then we are rocking and rolling. I'm going to try the Yamaha today and see how it goes. But in the past, I've always had a little bit of issue in the ruts on the Yami. I struggle to follow the ruts really smoothly. We'll see how it goes. Can definitely make sections like that easier though. Like the straight line speed's crazy. It's gonna be muddy. Ooh, very nice. Oh, so I mean, when you say muddy, is it like muddy? Are we gonna get no? We're not gonna get any press day footage because I'm not gonna ride it. You watched TP win a ranked Warzone stage match earlier. Oh shit, it's so fast paced. Yeah. The Call of Duty games are really fast now. I struggle to keep up a lot of the time. I played one Warzone ranked game and there was about 3 different obvious cheaters in there, so I haven't done another one since. But multiplayer ranked I've been doing, and it's actually been going all right so far. I've been doing that the last 2 days. I also don't feel amazing in the whoops on the Yami. Whereas the setup that I've got on the Fantic and the KTM, like, really munches the whoops. Oh, I don't want to be in 4th gear there. He is too long. But based on the track preview video that Stoney made, it doesn't look like I'll have to change from a Supercross suspension at all, whereas last year I did. I went more outdoorsy to try and soak up some of the bumps and the ruts, whereas this one just looks quite tame. That line's ridiculous. Yeah, I hope that it's not doable in qualifying. It's one of them that you're kind of forced to do if everybody else is doing it. No, I'm telling you boys, I've got faith that we'll make it through the night. And if we don't, I'll see you on Sunday. Same time Sunday. Hello, Kilo Bravo. Am I going to try a marathon? I've not seen anything about it. The only thing of marathon I've seen so far is Jev's thumbnail from a video that he posted today, but I haven't watched that video. This track's fine. It's hard for me to get too excited about these flat tracks. A, because I hate flat tracks anyway, and B, because the tracks have been out now for 11 weeks so far. So they're just boring. They do get very, very boring. Oh my goodness. Went way too far. Actually, no, that's a decent downside. Should still get the triple. Is Marathon another one of them games where people might play it for a week and then it fades into obscurity again? Top qualifying times? No idea. There's no point basing anything off of the flat track because the road tracks are just completely different. So we'll wait until we get wheels on the rough version. And then I usually... So if I run a lap time that I'm happy with, you're usually looking at like 2 seconds quicker than that for being the top of 450 quali. Although on a track like Daytona where it's quite long, I'd probably bump that up to 3 seconds maybe. Now it seems like we're getting some mixed opinions so far. Oh, I don't know if you guys can help me out on this. So I was scrolling through the old Instagrams and I saw a Gypsy Tales little clip of him talking to Liam Lawson. And Liam was saying that he plays MX bikes. And I just commented 1v1. And then Dev Gore commented on it, saying DM me, let's set it up. Now I don't know if Dev's asking for one or if he knows Liam and he wants to get it set up with Liam at all, but Dev is also a professional driver. And he's got the verified tick, so that's how you know it's important. It seems like it's I'm quite... What's the word? I don't know much about when it comes to like the different road racing series. Hello Black Mamba, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Suppose I fixed the game yet? No. No, no, no. I'm sure we're going to get a few finish line sends at the end of a lap to try and gain an extra 2 tenths. But is there a... I don't think there's an invisible barrier on this flat version. And I'm really, really hoping that Stone's been attentive enough to add them into this. Especially with like the issue of people like cheating last week. Because I just don't want people to be doing this, going off track and like starting by tripling this. So I'm sure it's not difficult to do once you get it once or twice. And I suppose it depends what you can do after that. Now you'd probably be able to jump and downside this to here and then go triple. That's probably quite big. No, I didn't try qualifying for Sim this week, which is a shame because the track actually looked quite good. I watched the video that Seth Carr put out afterwards of him winning it, and I went to bed at 9:30 PM my time. I was just tired. So I knew that I wasn't going to make it because the qualifying for that race for me doesn't start until 1:30 AM. And if I was already tired like 4 hours before qualifying starts, I knew I wasn't making it through the night. So I thought I'd be a responsible adult for once and actually get a good night's sleep. Which has been happening the last 3 days or so. I have been averaging about 8 hours, which is a foreign concept for me. Do you know why I'd be more annoyed if the timing gates for like aren't changed at all? Especially since you can cut one entire corner on this track. Is that I added him when the tracks first came out, saying, can this be fixed for the pro version? And the response was, don't at me for stupid stuff. So, if it's not fixed, well, not to be a happy man. But I'm more than happy to assume the role of grumpy old man. And once I've got a lap that I'm somewhat happy with, I will just sit and replay and try and catch anybody cheating and just get it reported and have their laps taken away. Because if anybody was going, like, remembers me for my like last video that I made, just ranting about what happened in NA Arlington, where like the top 5 were all cheating. Splash was the one that got disqualified from it, and I was like, if Splash has been made an example of last week, and he's like the title series sponsor, then anybody can get the smoke. So if people are still going into this week and still going out of their way to intentionally cheat to get fast laps, I'm happy to call them out for it. I don't have any new gear or graphics for this. The bike that I'm rocking right now is one that Blitzco made for me, literally like 3 years ago at this point when I first joined FXR. And then, oh shit, I can't remember who made the gear for me. I feel bad now because he made me multiple sets. It wasn't BP. I think it was when I won that outdoors race on Kevin Fowler's throwback Iron Man track. Shit, I can't remember who made my gear. I feel bad. Chance this week to cancel seems higher. Do you in-game or IRL? Right, let me have a look. Did I see Discord DM? I get a hell of a lot of Discord DMs to the point where I actually ignore them after a while, so I apologise if I haven't seen or replied to it. Right. Track. Anybody put the password out? I'm just staring in Discord, waiting to see if anyone's going to do it. Downloads, round 8, open with WinRAR, mods, tracks, 26SX, drag, drop, wfroxy, copy, password, paste password, done. Close, 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 Steam, MX Bike Skin. Nice. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hello, Sam. I'm good, thank you. I don't actually know what gear it is, Talon. Boso, MX Bikes, mods, rider, riders, default paints. What is it here? It is called FXR 26. Let me see if I can find that. Ledge ice. Oh, don't want to cut it. I want to copy it. I'm just going to send you the individual paint. I apologise. I'm not going to sit here and have time to pack it properly. Oh, I can't send it to you. The file size is too big, and I could not tell you where I've had it downloaded from. Maybe next week. My bad, pimp. Right, Daytona Pro. Let's load her up then. Let's see what we're rocking with. We're wearing the new headphones as well that Linda got me for Christmas, finally. Finally, after 2 months, I've got rid of the... Well, I haven't got rid of them. They're back there somewhere. Got rid of the ones that I've had for many, many years that are just disintegrating. Right. We are rocking a 120 rear tyre. Quick shift off. Right. Let's give this a go, shall we? Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. Let's see what this is all about then, shall we? My front wheel just completely missed the rut. It's not the best start in the world. Can still get over the triple nice and easily if you mess up the corner, which is nice. I saw that this inside rut was very, very OP from the preview lap. Don't really see anybody going around the outside in the turn. Same with that outside there being pretty strong. That's really, really strong. That's also really, really strong. Oh, this is concerning. I'm a half lap in and it already seems a little bit... It seems very, very one-lined in those last corners before the finish. What we're rocking with here. Okay, like that. So I don't think you're going to be able to send that to downside this. So good job making that a little bit slower. Just go double out. What are we looking like in this corner? Oh, a little bit of a low spot on the whoops on the far right hand side. That might cause people to filter over to there naturally. Triple from the inside, so that's going to be inside dominant. So there's no, at least this is just from a 450 perspective, there's no like need to go all the way around the outside. If you can just triple from the inside, you're just wasting time. Right, can we still hit this stupid line? I fear that we can. Yes, you can do that. Shit. Well, that's frustrating. I thought that would have been ironed out. Even, actually, does that bit of the track go across the start straight? Yeah, it does. I was thinking maybe you could just have some, like, choppy bumps leading up to the single to slow you down. You can't really, can you? Because if you've got bumps here, then people are going to have to deal with them there. I don't know what the solution is there to make that line not doable. Unless you build up this single here, so then you land further, so you can't get as much drive, as much oomph forwards. Yeah, that's frustrating. That's going to be one of them make or break for qualifying lines. That is a shame. Right, who else are we rocking with? I like the outside there just because I haven't got to think about what I'm doing at all. You can just shut your brain off. Let's just at least try the outside here. No, I think inside's still going to be the way. I'm almost spilling out of these ruts a little bit. I need to try and get the yummy muscle memory locked in. I'm hoping that maybe as the rough comes in, maybe there'll be a... Well, there will be a hole that forms on the takeoff of the jump, so maybe that'll make it more difficult to clear that. Oh, see, look. Big Uncmac POV, just wheeling this shit. Actually, let me see if you can quad around the outside. I don't think you want to, because then you have to single into the corner afterwards. Yeah, you can. You can. I still think inside triple double is going to be the way to go. Oh, a bit too far that time. Timing's going to be a bit different than it was on the groomed version. Bonk. We're very well, thank you, Mike. We are good. Oh, I don't know, Transcend, I'm not going to go into it. Because there's no way of talking about it without sounding like overly negative. We'll deal with it. We're all on the same track at the end of the day, even if there is silly lines that have been doable for the last 10 weeks. 11 weeks. I'm going to do another test real quick as well. And you guys aren't going to know what it is until I get near the end of the lap. But I need to run a normal lap up until that point to try and make this test worthy. Take some different lines as well whilst we're at it. No, that's a bit arse. Because there's really high spots in the middle, so that far right is better. What's this cut down line here? And triple from that as well, oh my goodness. Oh, my eyes are tired already. They shouldn't be, I didn't wake up until 10 PM today. Oh. Okay, so there's some bumps on the left before you take off of that. So you might need to go to the far right hand side. Right, let's see if the thing that has been a known problem for 10 weeks is still a problem. We cut that left-hander. Will our lap time still count in 2 corners time? Will I need to hop into the old replay mode and lay down the law on everybody trying to scumbag laps? Moment of truth. Didn't count. There you go, there is one W, one positive. These days, OEMs that everyone reuses is KTM or Husky 250, and then Yamaha 90% of the time, 450. Yeah, you gotta pre-download these tracks. There's too much traffic on the website if you try downloading it now. And then if you're trying to get on to just get the password, then people post the password in the Ariel Discord. Test the setup that is available for free on mods. Why? I'm very okay with what I'm rocking right now. Oh shit, I did go off in... wait, was that... Yeah, that was a lap. I did go off in the whoops. You could be right. Could be right. I might have to do it again. I'll do it again. Without trying to wad myself in the whoops this time. I just don't see anybody ever taking that inside there. Same as I don't see anybody taking the outside there. Unless maybe opening lap. Maybe it's really, really busy. But because of how MX Bikes works, let's say there's a jam in this corner, like 10 people on the inside on lap 1. I guarantee if I was to go around the outside here, someone is going to ping over that berm and snipe me. I'm calling it now. It's going to happen at some point tonight. Just how it goes. Uh-oh. We'll try again. And we will try and stay on in the whoops this time. With a little bit of the road added in there as well, I do think the whoops are going to get quite sketchy. Which is not a bad thing. I do like when the whoops are a bit techie. You might actually be able to pre-jump out of there. Backflip. Clean. Yeah, you might be able to pre-jump out of the sand, which would be very, very fast if you can. Because then I think you'd be able to triple into the section afterwards with all the speed that you've got. Oh, I forgot. Maybe next lap. I blacked out. We haven't updates in a very long time. I couldn't tell you what number we're on. Hello, Randy. Welcome back. The track does seem oddly one-dimensional for a Daytona. Don't feel myself really needing to try and take other lines, like move around on the track and experiment. I do keep messing up that timing of the double in there. It's worth me just trying the other ruts once or twice, just in case there's people down in the race. Right, let's try and scumbag it again. See if it counts this time, because I've not gone off the track anywhere else this lap. Let's see. No, it doesn't count. Yeah, he's updated that time again. So there you go, my nagging in Discord was worth it. Got a good little update there. Oh, I haven't checked yet. Let's see if you can scumbag the start. I'll hear the lovely sound of two-stroke in my ears.
I now have to work.
That's fair. Good guy BP, by the way. Because he told me yesterday to... Nut W again. Nice barrier there. Lovely. He told me yesterday to sign in to ride tomorrow. And we did that ahead of time. And we've chalked it today because the weather's going to be shit. But now you can't get your money back, so BP has sent me the money that it costs to ride because we're not riding anymore. What an honourable gentleman. So you can still do that. Don't know if it would be faster though. You're in the air for a very, very long time. And you have to be really precise on where you land to then be able to get the triple afterwards. You jump from the back of the berm over the finish. I don't like that you're even thinking of these things. From there, surely not. No, that's far too far. That's too long of a distance. Where'd you guys even think of doing shit like that in the first place? You bunch of freaks. What's wrong with you? It's a combination of gearing and body positioning, Pablo. So try and be in a higher gear, and also kind of like blip the throttle and lean back just as you're about to take off as well. I mean, just have a look at my controller overlay next time I hit it. Because on those jumps specifically, so the way I've got my gearing set up for Supercross is I've got gears 1, 2 and 3, and then my gear 4 is really, really long, just to go through the whoops. But what I'm doing is as I get to that single that you're talking about, I shift up to that 4th gear in the air, and because the gear's so long, I can like rev really, really high, which helps keep the front wheel up so I don't go over the handlebars. Oh. I'm telling you, that's doable. My people much better than me, but it's doable. So as I'm about to come up to this little single, I'm in 3rd gear. Just as I'm about to take off, I will lean back and shift up to 4th and then rev really, really fast. And it'll keep the front wheel higher. I don't know if you rewind that as well, what I just done then, is I actually lean forwards just as I'm getting to it, so then I can lean back afterwards and it's like you get more out of leaning back. I don't know how to explain it. It's like if you lean forwards and then lean back, you tend to like lean back further than if you just lean back the whole way. The very left of that single. Well, the one right before the finish line. Is it not... I'll have a look. Is it not difficult to get all the way over there, though? I've still got 3 minutes until the servers go up. It's the same as if you're trying to like pop a wheelie, for example. So if I'm leant back already and I accelerate, the front wheel comes up like that. But if I lean forwards and then lean backwards, the front wheel comes up faster. I do that quite a lot actually. It's like I'm forwards and then I'll lean back to like take the sting out of it just as I hit it. I do quite like that as an alternative, rather than having to check up for that wall jump. Far left on the single, you can still do the big line. What single we're talking about now? There's quite a few singles around this track. I think we might be talking about different singles. After the finish. Oh, yeah, no, we knew that. We knew that was Doable anyway. I've done it from the middle. That keeps you quite low as well. That's a good spot. Did get a weird kick that time, but can't use a sample size of 1. Probably could do it a few more times, a few more attempts. Oh, holy swap. Let me experiment. That went annoyingly well, and part of me feels like it was just lucky. So I was bouncing all over the place. Second right before sand and stay in the middle. Yeah, trying to stay out of that deep bit on the far left. Let's give her a go. Second rut. This one here. Yeah, you do stay out of the shit. It's crazy that with the big line through that river, the closest I got to it was on lap 1. And I haven't really been that close since. But the fact that I even got close to it means that people will be doing it. Right, qualifying service should be going up now, and then the actual qualifying doesn't start for another 10 minutes. There's going to be an absolute trench in that sand. Maybe it's not as doable as I thought it was on my first lap. Oh, never mind. Yeah, it's still doable. You have to not rush the exit of the sand, so you're not all sketch going up to it. Oh, I'm out of fuel! Out of fuel. Right, let's just go and join the server anyway. What server am I in is the question. Practice groups, Control F, Lens. Right, let's see who's in my group. Not a single fast person. That's annoying because I wanted to be in a group with a lot of fast people so I could try and catch them out trying to scumbag shit and then get people's laps taken away. Yeah, that sand section is going to be hard. Pro has ruts and bumps. Non-pro is completely smooth. I don't actually know what monitor I've got. Is there a way of me having a look on my PC to find out what monitor I have? Will it tell me? Will this be the hardest round? No, I don't think so. The track's fairly straightforward. It might be hard in like an awkward sense with once the road comes in, because I imagine they'll run the road a little bit higher for today. So I think you're just going to have random potholes forming, which is going to make people change lines. I'm in settings. What would come under? Oh, display settings. You are. Hang on, let's do that. That'll be easier. Display settings. Why does it actually tell me what it is? Advanced display. Oh, here we go. Right. I have got a LG Ultra Gear. 144 hertz, 2K, RGB, 8-bit, SDR. That's all I've got for you. That's all the info I've got. Because you need passwords to download all of these tracks. The password is on exactly the same place that you press the download button. Oh, EU racing will be slightly delayed. We are still racing tonight. I'll go back and testing them. I'm sure you guys will let me know when the servers go up. I imagine I have to spend quite a lot of money to have this feeling again. I love when you upgrade a monitor for the first time to something with a slightly faster refresh rate. And you just sit on your desktop, just moving your mouse, your cursor around or dragging a window around. It's like, damn, this is insane. And then after a week, it feels completely normal. And then you don't get that feeling again until you get another monitor a few years later with an even better refresh rate. Like MX bikes on a higher refresh rate and like good FPS is a whole nother universe. Like, it feels so strange. To the point where when I went from playing 60 Hz to 144 Hz, I actually struggled for a while. Like, there's a period of time where you have to just try and get used to it being, because it's more responsive, if that makes sense. So it's like, even if you're in exactly the same in-game settings, you start turning and you actually start turning quicker. Oh. We'll pin it and hold on to it for dear life. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that left side in the sound there. That is very, very sketchy. I flip. It's kind of nuts how consistently, like, if you know you're going to overjump something and you just, instead of trying to save the bounce, just turn into a backflip all the time, it's kind of nuts how often you can ride it out easily. Oh, you're on 240 Hz. Jesus, just tell me how big your cock is at this point. That's the equivalent. You've just flopped it out on the table. That's a low-key flex. Uh-oh. It's good. Yoit. And 240 as well. That's it. Gonna have to get a 240 Hz monitor. That's clearly the trick. That's what I've been missing out on. Even though I've been watching videos of Cam's hot laps for years, and it looks like he's playing on an absolute potato. So I know there's a few people that play on an ultra wide. I need to. I'm like so locked in, or so, probably the opposite. I'm so unlocked in that I keep hitting the ruts that I shouldn't be hitting. I'm just going to like factory settings. I'm just defaulting to going to the outsides. Now, I've still got a little bit of MX Sim muscle memory there. I just tried pressing circle for my clutch rather than square. Roll. I didn't even know 500 Hz monitors exist. That's nuts. I do think there's a limit to how big your monitor should be for gaming. I just feel like around the 24 mark is probably ideal. Especially if you're playing like Call of Duty and stuff, and you have to keep like looking up to the top left to look at your radar. Imagine just having to look all the way over here because you've got just this massive monitor. My left bumper doesn't do anything. No. Nothing at all. I can just sit here and spam left bumper as much as I like. So my square button is clutch and downshift at the same time. So let's say I want to start in 3rd gear, I have to go all the way up to 4th gear, and then as I hold down square to pull in the clutch, it downshifts as well. And the reason I do that is so I can stay revving and downshift at the same time, like instantly. I haven't got to wait for that like delay. I can just do it really fast. I can just downshift really quickly that way. It does have its downsides, so let's say I'm in a 1-2-5 race, for example, and I have a situation where I just want to really quickly blip the clutch. I can't. I have to make sure I'm in the right gear everywhere, because as soon as I go to blip the clutch, I downshift completely, and then you kind of waste time having to shift up again, and it can be a pain in the arse. Oh, it always jump scares me when it does that. Right. Close that. That was the timer expiring. So it was actually a lie. It was actually a lie. Apparently there's a slight delay so far tonight. Yeah, a bigger monitor for MMOs makes sense. I get that. This depends what kind of games you're into, doesn't it? I don't think there's any right answer. It's always just what people are most comfortable on. Oh, I don't want to be doing that in the race. Holy. You almost died. Was that as loud for you as it was for me? Because there is no way of me changing that. That's a built-in sound on the timer that I've got downloaded. I use that timer for the donatathons to be counting down constantly. There's a lot. Alright. Now, good luck later tonight, Rex, as well. Yeah, I don't think it's any different than... I mean, I don't know if many people do it now, but when I first started playing the game, there was a lot of people that would play one stick, so they just use their left stick only, and as they turn left, they would have it bound, so it would also counter-lean for them, so that if they just went left, it would also counter-lean to the right, and vice versa. So there's certain, like, binding of controls that I feel like's fine. And to be fair, doesn't most people have the whole quick shift in Steam files thing now anyway? Or like Steam controller support. Can you send the double after the finish and bounce over the wall? That is also tech that I had not yet considered. Okay. It's a good landing. That does look like quite a far bounce. You do land in bumps. And the bike just fully disappeared from underneath me there, so maybe not? I don't know, I feel like you might have to get lucky to the point where it might not be worth it. I need to stop getting into these whoop sections while still be turning. I need to try and get the bike fully straight. That's going to have a disgusting kicker on it. Just know from the shape of it. Need to stop going outside there. I've said it about 5 times now. What if I go... Oh, gamers. Gamers! So if I exit this early... Oh, actually, is there any way of me replicating that? I feel like that might have been luck. Oh, it might have been luck. I don't know how replicatable that is. Oh, I'll tag the back end. Not going to go over this now. No, you don't want to be holding clutch in corners on this game. This game's all momentum based. It's not like real life where you can kind of go in and clutch it on the exit if you want to. Pretend you're riding a road bike instead of a motocross bike when you're playing this game. So just keep as much momentum up everywhere as possible. No stopping and going again. There's some bumps there. I might be able to pre-jump. Give it a go. Oh shit, I've gone too far now. So like this right here where I've just landed, there's a bump here. Though I feel like if I downside this and use the suspension, you might be able to pop up onto it. Keep going too far. Nah, not enough. Far right just sent me so far then. Sent me really, really far. Oh, it's because it's dug in. Just the way that this is dug down here, this gives you more pop, gives you more lift. Okay, good to know. Actually, is that the same? I can't tell if this jump right here is the same the whole way across, or if it is also wonky. I don't know. No, servers aren't up just yet. Oh, so it looks like it's not a server issue right now, it's actually that the track isn't on the deady list. So they could put the servers up, but they can't select the right track to put the servers up on. That's a little bit of an oversight. I fucking love doing that. Gets me a little bit bricked up, I'm not going to lie. If you can try and carry a wheelie all the way from the corner, just pop her up on the back wheel. I haven't got a shaft at all here. You can kind of scrub over the single because your front wheel's not... Oh! Oh! God, it's sexy. So nice. Because then your back wheel doesn't really leave the ground and you don't waste time by jumping, basically. No, I don't do any coaching anymore. The whole MXB coach thing doesn't exist anymore, I don't believe. A Lawrence-related bloodline beats Tomac tomorrow or what? You reckon the middle brother's going to come out and bark? Dunno, do you reckon Hunter goes back to back after getting his first one? Uh-oh. When's Jetson meant to be back at all, or is he ditching Supercross and just coming back for outdoors? If it does rain, I'm even more sad that Prado's still out, because Prado would definitely put it to AP, I think. Especially now he's really comfortable on that KTM. I hope it's hard, isn't it? Because they'll probably... Actually, are they able to cover the track at Daytona? It's a hell of a lot of track to try and cover up. I know it's very heavily biased from a fan. It's probably shit for the racers, but I love a proper mud race. And I don't think actually many pit fans do like it, because they see it as quite boring, but I love seeing it. Keep scrubbing that second one too much. Actually a little bit tricky to try and get the triple after there. Oh, that was close. Bogging it too much. Why is that inside low-key kind of fuck? That felt pretty nice. That also felt pretty nice. Can I triple this? Oh my god! Step on. No! Don't quite get the oomph. Oh, that would have been sick, tripling in there. Yeah, somebody's going to be busting that out for a hot lap, holy. Like this, just jumping over that and getting it nicely. That felt good. Who needs ruts? We'll just go to the far inside of him. Lovely. Try a bit of outside action again. Nah. Even the way that it sets you up for the next right-hander, the inside is going to work really, really well. I also really need to drop the kids off at the pool right now. But I feel like I'm just fine in flow state. Okay, I did not get the... did not get it right that time. You know what? It's fine. BRB. I'll be like 2 minutes max, hopefully. Whilst we're on the subject of Jet as well, if you just take how everyone's been performing so far this season, do we still think that Jet's still munching on the competition? Because obviously we'd have had Sexton beat, you would have had Cooper Webb beat so far. Tomac's looked really good in a few races, but then I don't know. And this is from D1 Lawrence Glazer. You reckon easily? That's fair enough. Listen, if Tomac can just hold his body together for like another 4 years, there is a chance, with other people getting injured as well, he could also match that Jeremy McCroft win record. He's not a million miles away. Kind of needs to go on a run though. Who's messy in motocross terms? I think most people would probably say Ricky Carmichael, but to me it's like probably Stefan Everts, something like that. But then that's the European bias coming out. And also just because I'm not the biggest Ricky enjoyer. Right, we are in the qualifying server, gamers. So I don't know if they're going to start these earlier or if they're just going to let the timer run through, but we got eight and a half minutes basically until qualifying begins. So we'll stop trying to go for funky lines and we'll try and play normally. God dang it. Do you not like him as a racer because he's like too good? Because for me it's kind of the opposite. So I like him because of how good he is. Like when you see these compilations of him hitting sections and like pre-jumping shit, and it's like his suspension doesn't even move and it's just perfect. I love that. I could sit and watch that for hours. I would have more fun sitting watching that than I would do watching a compilation of Deegan aggressively passing people. So I suppose it's like, pick your poison, really. Do we think that... This might apply to Jet and Hunter, actually. Do we think that they have like a Kevin Windham-esque career where they just never leave Honda? They're just Honda for life, just keep running it back to back to back to back to back. Same with Deegan on Yami. That's fair, yeah. I think my knowledge on this is very, very limited, so feel free to call me faded. Once you have, like, Tomac, Roxon, Webb, you know, them heavy hitters retiring, which I'm guessing is soon, what does MX look like in like the next 10 years? Because to me, there's not that much like insane talent to the point where I feel like there's a bunch of riders that would be really good on a 450. I have a bad feeling we might get a case of the Cincerulos where it's like 250s goes pretty damn good. And then the 450s, not so much. Even though obviously AC's got a valid excuse. But I also need to know what's going on in the Oceanic region. I need to know what they've been putting in the water because I don't know where all of these Aussies and Kiwis have come from out of the blue that are just rapid on a motorbike, but there's starting to get more and more of them. Shimoda impressed me a lot at Nations on that 450. I was very, very surprised how well he rode that in such a short amount of time. But then what's going to happen? Because HRC aren't going to be able to run a 3-man 450 team. Unless they do. I don't know if there's a workaround to that. I don't know if there's a rule that you can only have 2, or if it's just what teams choose to do. I think what helps Shimoda is just how smooth he is on the bike. So yeah, it doesn't matter if you're a bit smaller, if you're just really smooth anyway, you haven't got to muscle it around quite as much. I hope I can do that when I'm on a good lap. Because it's pure luck. You know what? I am a complete idiot, because I totally forgot that that is exactly what KTM are doing right now. With Tomac, Plessinger and Prado. So yeah, they can do that, you're right. I do think there should be like a cap on how many riders a team can have. Like three for 450 riders to me is fine, but the amount of like star Yamahas that are out in 250s is outrageous to me. So you can't really lose the championship if you have all of the competition. This is a very, very long 8 minutes. We've still got 3 minutes to go until quali starts. Oh, they must be running 3 riders then when Joe moves up, because I don't see him getting rid of either of the brothers ever. At least not for, unless somebody else offers an insane amount of money. And Jail Hunter go with their own accord. I don't think this would ever happen, because it obviously seems like they get along really well. But you could get to a point where maybe another 2-3 years and maybe Hunter's fed up of them being the second best on the team and Bravo, and he might want to choose to go to a different team to see if it helps him then beat Jet. Now that's not unheard of in sports. I don't see it happening in this scenario, but it's a possibility. As long as he doesn't go to Kawi. You go back to Suzuki as a young Suzuki guy. Seems like Anderson's been getting on well with that Suzuki as well. Not just a Roxon thing. Hello, Oasis. Oh, 1 minute and 20 seconds. So I kind of just want to get into qualifying now, even though I haven't run a good lap in practice yet. I am fine despite the horrible, drizzly, wet, overcast, grey English weather. It has been so miserable. Being from the UK these last almost 3 months now. Oh. That rut's so nice when you get it right, but I can also see it going really wrong, like tagging a handlebar or getting pinged out the other side of it. Qualifying's going to be a bit of a bitch, because I think you spawn over that side, don't you? And you've got to try and get all the way over to the finish line. I can see that being quite repeatable. I've not gone for it very much yet, but I do think that's probably the fast way. Because you don't go high at all on that far left side. Oh, well, qualifying should be starting any second now. Not sure what the hold-up is. Oh. I mean, I was 11 seconds up then, so I should ideally be top qualifying in this group. I would go as far to say if I don't top qualify in this group, then that is a bad qualifying. How's my grandma doing? Well, she's not with us anymore. So she's... I'd actually say she's doing better now than she was. At least she hasn't got to deal with it anymore. But, yeah, she passed on Saturday. Not ideal. Not great. So the funeral is on the 10th, I believe, which doesn't give me much time to try and look good in a suit, because I'm still a little bit on the chunky side these days. Not good. Right. Qualifying time there. Slap that on. Go to track, and let's go. Oh, so it's alright, it's life, isn't it? It happens. It happens. But yeah, I'm more sad for my granddad than I am for her, because obviously she hasn't got to suffer with anything anymore. So I'm more sad for him. I found out that she said she doesn't want anyone to wear black at the funeral. So I've got to probably wear like a navy blue suit, something like that. And she also picked out a poem that she wants reading. So I think me and my cousin are gonna do a little bit of it each. But good news is we haven't got to carry her in, apparently. Because, yeah, as I said, the last one that we did was a little bit heavy, did hurt the shoulder, but haven't got to do that again this time. But that is life, unfortunately. We live, we die. But I am a big advocate of, instead of being like super sad that someone has passed, it's probably better to be... not happy, happy's not the right word, but try and think of the good life that they had rather than the fact that it doesn't exist anymore. And I feel that's a good way of coping with things. I'm sure I'll have a few tears leaking out at the actual funeral itself, but up until this point I've been fine. Do you want to know, so I don't know if this is just a man thing, or if I do just lack emotion, but I find that if I'm left to myself, I can internalise bad news quite well and not really let it affect me. But if, let's say, for example, Linda wanted to sit down and talk about it, that is the point where I'd then start getting emotional and probably cry about it. But if I just kind of block it out, then I'm fine. I don't think I'm going to get this step off. Oh, shit! No, not clean. God damn it. The reason this track's probably going to be quite hard for qualifying as well is because it's a longer track, so it just means you get less attempts at trying to put a good lap time in. Yeah, bottle it up and then have a moment to yourself when nobody's around. The worst thing you can do is tell your girlfriend or wife about your feelings, because then they get sad for you, and then you have to deal with your feelings and their feelings on top of it. So you keep it to yourself. Have a moment in the car, or when nobody else is around. I don't know if I... Nah, screw it, we'll keep going. So I don't know if I should really carry on laps like this, because I am essentially wasting a minute and a half of qualifying time. See Cole's big triple. No, I haven't seen anything yet. Well, he was the first one to bust out that quad at Arlington, wasn't he? So Cole's got some big old bollocks on him. He's sending some big boy lines. Right. Go again. I keep forgetting. I need to go over to this far left side. Still quite a harsh collision. Like the front end really, really compresses into the face of that. I'm still not sure where I want to go in the whoops yet. I'm telling you now that top of quali in 450 at least will be under the 120s easily. Easily. It will be in the teens. Oh. I didn't intentionally turn to the right there, my front end just knifed on me on the takeoff. Oh. Came back round. It's been a lucky lap so far. That's not lucky though. Kind of struggling to see where I'm going. No! I went inside to get away from the rough shit and I ended up spilling out into it anyway. I wanted to see if I could get away with sending it. That was a big fat no. You can send the table after the finish, which I think people will be doing, but I kind of want to get a lap time first. Oh, it also works best if you go far left, and I'm completely messing up now that it's qualifying time. Just kind of want to get a lap without anybody near me, to be honest. Oh, it's going to ruin my run through the whoops. What am I doing over here? We'll lose a bunch of time, won't we? Why not? I think if you rail the outside there and just hug really far left, you can also miss the massive hole. It's not a great lap, but I may as well send it into the finish line anyway, just to save a couple of extra temps. I'll probably go at least 2 seconds quicker. Good run through the whoops, better corner speed, better sound. We've got 12 minutes. I'm gonna try and do a couple of attempts at that. And if I get it clean, I want to see how much I'm up or down by the corner, see if it's worth doing. inside before Soupy Triple. I'll be honest, I'm kind of worried about fucking up the rut. Because if you get it wrong, you just basically don't go anywhere. Take off that double was horrible. No, the second double after the finish is... I don't know, the transitions on a lot of the jumps this year have been really strange. You get like really weird suspension rebounds off of it. It's like super, super steep. I went too far that time. I actually went about the same, but I didn't get to go triple, I had to go double first, so... probably not ideal. 0.6 faster just from a good run through the whoops. Nice. Didn't I also... I also went outside in that corner over there as well. Yeah, that lap was shit. I don't expect that to be very high up at all. I actually probably need to improve by at least a second for a reasonable gate pick. I'm too high in the berm. But I've just hit this first timing gate, so that means I can embark all the way over here and start another lap without having to ride the whole track. Thank you very much, Cart. No!
Controller do you
No!
use?
Fuck. I'm on a PS4 controller, standard PS4. It's definitely a me issue, but whatever other controllers I try using for bikes, they never actually work properly for me. So I'm stuck on standard PS4. Just plug and play, no paddles. So I thought I was about to ride a little front flip out there. This qualifying session is going past really, really quickly, and I haven't done much. Which is strange, because I don't feel bad today. Do not feel bad. That's frustrating when that happens. Kind of lose a lot of time just from tagging the back end like that. Oh, really nice run. I needed that as well. I was down before going into the whips. I've gone too far. Oh, get it. That's why I don't do it, Splash. I'm shit. I've not got the tech. Not Splash, Rax, Jesus Christ. Get my people mixed up. This last sector's been really, really slow, but it's still faster, so we'll take it. Double backflip for the fans. Nope. It's a bit better. Can still get another second off of it. Yeah, I'll play claw. Only on my right hand, so I only play claw on my right hand only. I am an entire second up from doing that. That's frustrating. So that, yeah, there's how you gain an entire second in one jump. Ah, I was off balance that time. Just hooked me over to the right. Gone too far that time. It's very, very high risk, high reward, that. To the point where I don't even know if it's worth going for it. Yeah, I agree. I think this Daytona is very, very mellow. I'm a little bit poopy. A little bit poopy at the virtual video game. He tagged my back end again. And again. And again. It's a very, very thin line that you have to walk there if you want to try and go far left. So you probably are better off going on the inside. I gained half a second just by hitting that inside rut better than I did on my actual lap. So we're looking at about 1.7 seconds. I could go quicker if I hit the right lines. Which tells me top quality is probably about 3 seconds faster than I am right now. I'm happy with that. That's a decent lap. 19.5. I can accept that. I think the only place for me personally I can really gain time is by doubling this in front of me, because it gains a second like instantly. Gains a second straight away. But it's so inconsistent for me. So send that downside there, and then you'd go triple double, I think. That's the only place I can really see myself going much quicker. May as well keep going for it on the last few attempts. Can I gift you the track? Again, no. I'm not your mum or dad. Ask them for a little bit of money. Hang on. You're asking a random stranger on the internet to buy you something and you don't even know how much it is that you're asking them to buy you for. Huh? That's interesting. Hey, if what Splash... I don't know why I keep calling him Rex Splash. Jesus Christ. If what Rex has just said... Too many people with X's in their names, that's what it is. Old man brain. If what Rex has just said is true and I'm somehow top 5, I will take that. I think that'd be my best qualifying all year. But, and I hate to throw some negativity out there to start with, you know what usually happens in the races when I have good quali times and I feel good on the track. Usually it results in awful start, stuck at the back, not great, not able to get out of the hell of being surrounded by wobblers. Did not get a... I got it. If I cross the line in the next 11 seconds, I get one more attempt. But I'm pretty sure that's me done. That's about as fast of an Unclin's lap as I can ask for. Ah, okay. If you stay... I'm learning more tech, even though I've just chalked this lap. If you stay on top of that little rut on the downside there, you get a much better drive for the triple afterwards. Can we bring back the old Tide Pod challenge where people were doing that? Because I feel like that was the perfect example of natural selection. That's pretty fast if you can hook over to the right. I don't know how well that would go in a race sense, because you'll be cross-jumping the shit out of somebody right next to you, but could be valid. Front flip. Clean. Is that bannable? Because that's definitely quicker. And last year's Daytona had different traction out of the gate, but I don't believe this year's does, so I won't be able to get the whole shot by like 3 bike lengths like I did last year. In the whoops every lap. They're very... I think they'll be quite hard to get consistently well. Especially once you add some road in there also. Right, I had 30 attempts, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ! We'll do it. Oh, what an awful gate for a practice start. Yeah, Daytona's, well, it's always hard getting a good lap on longer tracks regardless. So I'm happy. I mean, my 22 was pretty arse, so I am happy that I had one good one right at the end there. And I suppose me talking about the whoops, I'm talking about from a 450 perspective, it's got to be even harder for the 250 riders getting across them. Do you reckon you can just like do this on the start? And just ride this corner backwards and hit a little skirt? Try and miss any first corner carnage. These 250 guys got to be cheating. We did try messing around with a few different scummy lines in testing and couldn't find anything that was doable. We're just waiting for the qualifying results to be put together, and then they'll go up. We've just finished it now. But I think I'm top 10, which doesn't happen too often these days. Yeah, that triple's really hard to get. But if you can show you. So if you go over to the far left-hand side, like everyone's going to be doing anyway, if you can then land and ride on this like slightly lighter bit here, and you stay on top rather than getting into either of these ruts, then you go just a lot faster, and this triple's easier to get. I think I might be P3. Surely not. Well, that's going to be even more heartbreaking when I inevitably have a shit race. I see, now you're just getting my hopes up. Top 5 would be nice. Me out qualifying Aiden. I mean, that's kind of the way that it should be. No disrespect to Aiden. But Aiden has been very, very good at qualifying, especially the last few weeks. Show my rider settings. I can. That's what I'm rocking at the moment. I've noticed, so I was running 80 direct lean for quite a while. Put this down as well, my big fat head's taking up all the screen. But I've noticed that since playing MX Simulator quite a lot, I would fall out of the end of the rut, so I was letting go of my stick too soon. So to combat that, I turned my direct lean down slightly so it would stand the bike up slower, and that seems to have helped me out a little bit. I wouldn't be so negative, Aiden. I wouldn't be so negative. I may or may not know things that the other 99.9% of the community do not know. Lock in. Yeah, I don't change rider settings from indoors to outdoors. Someone's sending me a Johnny Hopper video. Oh, it's Ilam sending me the Johnny Hopper video. Let's have a look. Well, that's a stretch, isn't it, for a triple? The amount he's had to seat bounce that, I can see that going really, really wrong for somebody. P4? That's my best quali all year, isn't it? Trust me to save it for a Daytona. What was it? ¿Por qué? I'm going to have to check in with Cam's pharmacist and see what Adderall prescription he's taking, because it's getting silly. 19.5. So, I'm 1.3 seconds off of Cam, but then I'm less than 0.3 off of second place. So if you remove Cam from existence, then I couldn't tell you last time I was only 0.3 off the top quality. That will take a fourth. That's as high as it will get all night, because I don't want to throw shade at people. I really, really dislike this whole region lock and class lock malarkey, because it does let people qualify that don't usually qualify for races, and a lot of the time the general race awareness and IQ is lower. So it does, in my mind, it sometimes makes for worse racing. You know Johnny IRL, he's a cool dude. I'm sure he's fine. But his content annoys me. But hear me out. I know that he tailors his content in a way that appeals to the masses, including people outside of motocross. So he says things in like a very obvious, basic way, to where it's like, so it's like, let's say he's doing a video of Deegan on the gate and he's got start blocks, and he'll be calling it saying Deegan's on start blocks. That, yeah, thanks for that. I saw that. But cool, you've stated the obvious. But I feel like it's to try and appeal to everybody, to try and grow that platform as much as he can. Come, my lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar, baby. Come, my lady, you're my pretty baby. .450 Heat 1's a main event. Let me have a look. Cam, Neon, Jake, Tyler, Aiden, Reed, JS7, Davey. To be honest, there's like nine fast people in there, so you should be able to get top 9. Someone will have a bad start. It's not looking good for me. So we've got Troy on NA ping. We've got Fresh on NA ping, who I've had quite a few get-togethers with this year. No one's fault, just racing incidents. I got Callum, who I got into at Anaheim 2. I got Dorian, who punted me at Anaheim 2. I've got Chase, who's on bad NA ping, who has taken me out more than one time this year. I've got Vendrami on Brazilian ping. Don't know who Cinzio is, never heard of him, so I don't know where he's from. Got Dizzle on NA ping. I've got Fish on NA ping. We've got... Actually, no, he's English, that's fine. So the first corner is going to be interesting with all these high ping individuals. What do I think of Troy? A very tall, handsome, cunning, successful, athletically fit, frame mog, everything mog, cock mog, young man. No, it's not actually an hour of practice. We just sit here and wait for everyone to join before the heat race starts. The reason you'll see a lot of NA riders race EU is because the European format, I think, is just a better schedule overall. So they get 30 minutes to practice the track before the race, whereas the NA riders get 5 hours before the race. So some people just prefer racing on a short amount of time rather than having to sit and grind for a long time. Qualified 4th. Qualified 4th. I see you seeing me, Cam. Stop watching. So 1, 2, 3. There's only 4 in A, right? Actually, no, the 90s are... Yeah, so 1, different coasts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 NA riders is in this one heat race. So it's almost a full 50-50 split. Am I coming e-biking tomorrow? I was looking to e-bike at Lions Lane tomorrow, but the weather's just a bit too shit, so we ended up chalking it. But Surrey is a long way away from me these days, so I don't think I'd be making any Surrey trips anytime soon. I don't even know what Surrey is, by the way. I don't know what's going on there. How far is Surrey from me these days? Let's have a look. It is the short journey of 4 hours over 200 miles. I haven't been doing much running at all at the moment, Noodles, but I've been doing a lot of walking. So I'm trying to just get a good amount of mileage on the feet at the moment. And then I worry about the pace another day. I did not see the UK police have modded Saurons, that's funny. Walking would be fun if I got to do it outside. But I live in the UK where it's been raining for 3 months, so instead I've been walking inside on a walk pad, just watching the TV. Fresh is not synced in on this server yet. Although we do only have 19 people in here for some reason, so we are missing one. No idea who it is. For fuck's sake. If nobody gets Will's joke there that he's just made, Will's is in a wheelchair. So saying I love my standing desk whilst you're in a wheelchair is next level comedy. No, I don't get shin splints. Been alright on that. Yeah, there we go. We got to go in my lobby holes. Barop. Well, now that I've been running head tilt for 2 weeks or so now, I can't even tell that it's on anymore. The only thing that annoys me is when I'm doing this wheelie is you see the camera like glitching out a little bit, and that only happens when you have tilt on. 5 years of running 0 tilt, and now whacked it up to, I think I put it on 3. So it's, don't really notice a difference now after 2 weeks. It's done that thing again where it's gonna... It thinks I've crashed, but I haven't, so now it's gonna be... Is it wonky? No, I think it's alright. Simulator game, by the way. Right. Yeah, I got a VOG. Right. Who have I got to the inside of me? Who's going to cunt me? Oh, why? Why is he... there's 21... No, there's 20 other gates that he could have possibly been on, and he had to be right on the inside of me. Oh... I've got nothing against Vendrami at all. It's just the ping difference absolutely fucks me in the arse. You can't write these things, can you? Okay, so this heat race is going to go well. I'm actually going to puke in my own mouth in a second. Oh, that's not the run that you want through the sand, holy. I'm trying to give Troy a rut. It's fine, we both survived. Well, we're in a transfer spot, but it's still frustrating having to try and fight through with a shit start. Oh my god. This is just way more stressful than it ever has to be. The boy's just loving life out in front. Bro, fuck's sake, man. I have to go like negative miles an hour just to not run up the arse of somebody. And it just fucks up the whole flow because this track is so one-lined, it's unreal. What a frustrating heat race so far. Again, pace-wise, when I'm not near anybody, I feel pretty fucking good. It's like you either come out of the main line and lose a second because the other lines are shit, or you follow and lose a second because you have to basically come to a standstill. And look, I've got everyone in this lobby is on atrocious ping. I'm so scared of getting near them. And we saw what happened last week when I tried making a pass on Vendrami. I genuinely thought I had enough speed to go over that. There's a lot of people with cuts though, because Vendrami is in front of me in 11th, but I'm actually in 8th, I think. The fact that I'm struggling, like almost not making it through this heat race is crazy. That's probably why people are riding like spuds, is because they don't want to go to the LCQ. In what universe do you think you still have the inside there? White flag, thank God, it's almost done. Oh, what a stressful race so far. Alright, love that for me. Usually it's the opposite way around, where I get like 15th in quali, and then I have a really good heat race, or a better heat race position, and then a good main position. It's going to be the opposite way around today. Boys, I'm getting fucking triggered at everybody. It's a couple of bumps, it's a couple of ruts, it's not that deep. I don't understand how we're going so slow. And it has to be in the most one-line part of the track. I actually don't know if you can make a legit pass in that sand S-bend. Sim done it right. They made it into a little split section. I've just jumped from I think 7th to 4th on cuts. I don't mean to like rip into anybody, but fuck me, the level of racing in these servers are so bad. Like so bad. Just general awareness and overall speed. Like, you spend half the race just trying to dodge people, not actually racing. You ran out of fuel. How did you do that? Did you have the quali set up on? Always got to remember the fuel scenario. It's like this section here. I don't... From a testing standpoint, how do you not know that it's just going to be a bottleneck one line? Yeah, very, very stressful heat. It didn't need to be stressful either. But I thought I did the right thing for once and checked up on the start to try and tuck underneath. And you guys saw what happened on the start. Like, people were dead halfway up. I kind of want to go and re-watch the start to see where it all went wrong. But again, that's... By the way, 569 people in it. Nice. This isn't like an overall rage thing. It generally baffles me, like how bad some people are. It just in terms of like race awareness. How long was that race? How many minutes do you think we have to go back? Keep going. Keep going. This quality is ass. Right. Here we go. So, turn that off. So I wheelied out the gate. So I thought, right, I will check up. I got 4 people to the right-hand side of me. So if I check up and let them go, I should be able to sneak up the inside. How? But I don't know who this is here, but he's already hooking a hard right. We're not even 5 bike lengths out the gate. And I do think that I have this... Do we not have this exact same conversation every single week? Like, so that's Fresh and... It's either Robbo or Robo, I don't know what it is. Just go straight. Just go straight for at least half of the start straight before you start moving side to side. Because then they get together and then it's all done. And of course, just me being me, my bike did not want to stop. It wanted to carry on spinning in circles, so I couldn't restart. And then, coming dead last, I got one person in front of me, Mr. Vendrami, Mr. Brazilian Ping, comes from far left. Still watching. All the way to the far right. It's like, brother, just get me away from people. Can we just implement something to where you just can't hit people for the first lap? And then there's like a countdown on your screen that's like 3, 2, 1 before the collisions come back. So then you have time to get out of people if you know that you're going to be in them when everybody reappears. Because Jesus Christ, the racing this year has been absolutely tragic especially on the opening couple of laps. It's so bad. Again, I think it's just because of the whole region and class lock there's people that don't usually get to qualify for these races because they're a little bit worse. And then they finally get into the races and just the general awareness isn't as good. Actually, well, Fresh is here as well. Fresh, I want you to see my POV of this happen, because from my POV, I had no idea why you still went to the inside in that corner, because you just did not have the line. What lap was it on, Fresh? Oh, actually, was it this one? Oh, no, wait, you're Fresh. Oh, sorry, I think I'm thinking of Fish. I don't remember punting... Fresh, I don't remember punting you. Or was it? Oh, actually, was it here? Oh, look. I mean, in my mind, like, I'm past you here. Like, I've got the corner. That's not a punt. Again, it could be because you are on almost orange ping, which doesn't help the situation, but you'll see on my screen, I didn't actually touch you. Like, my bike didn't wiggle, my bike didn't move in the slightest. There was no effect of me hitting somebody there at all. I had exactly the same thing with Fish, I think it was, a couple of laps later, where I had it. I don't know if I just give people lines too much, but in that scenario, I feel like if the rules or things were flipped, I would have just gone to the outside. Trying to find the one with Fresh as well. Oh wait, Steiner was in a heat? Yeah, I didn't see Steiner once, so he must have been invisible. That must have been why it said 19 out of 20. Oh yeah, so it was here with Fish as well, exactly the same thing. So I've got the drive, I'm on the inside, and I think he still went for it. Actually, no, maybe he didn't. No, I think he actually legit went outside there. When I looked back really quickly, I thought that he went over the rut. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the right thing and wrong thing to do half the time in these races, because the racing itself is just all over the place trying to dodge people. Half of the lobby are on really, really high ping, and it's just a bit of a shit show. I just try and survive. So Troy's just said exactly the same thing. It's not just old grumpy Lins trying to hate on everybody. Like the racing is insane, but not a good insane. Like it's a bad insane. I did see your start, Callum, because I was still somehow even further back than you were. Get a replay on the start. I'll do it. I'll do it again. I reckon if somebody was bored enough and had the time, they could make a compilation of the start on like the last 3 weeks, and you could pinpoint somebody who's like gate 10 or further out to the left, turning to try and get to the inside before or even halfway up the start straight, causing a big pile-up. It's the same thing every single week. So someone from over here turns right, gets into this person, gets into this person, gets into this person, gets into this person, and then it's a shit show. It's painful. And I feel like it doesn't matter what I do. If I go for the start, if I'm kind of halfway there, if I just break, I always get collected one way or another. So maybe I'm doing the wrong thing if I keep coming out of it worse. But it does seem to be the same story every week, is the people that are on the outside of the start think that they can somehow get to the inside and be fine. And it's like, no, you had a shit qualifying, you've got a shit gate, just go in a straight line or go to the outside in turn 1. There is no reason that Randy on gate 15 should be trying to touch the inside bow in the first corner. Servers have been okay so far, Steiner. They've been alright. Yeah, thankfully I didn't get any cuts because of it. But I did use... How many people in the history of MX Bikes have had to reverse on the start straight after crashing? Not even at the first corner. I had to back that shit up and then go again normally. Main hasn't happened yet. We're waiting for the LCQ servers to go up. And then, so we'll watch those. It'll be 250, then 450. Then it'll be 250 main event, and then it'll be my time to race. I might actually hop back in testing for a little bit. I've noticed, not just on the start, but around the entirety of the track, people don't seem to understand the concept of surrendering a position. Like, they will fight you until both of you crash. And it's like, listen, if somebody is on the inside of you, you do not... I know that you've only practiced one rut in qualifying, and since the track's come out, I promise you, if you go one rut further over and give them the rut that they're in, you might lose 2 temps rather than you losing 5 seconds from crashing. So exact same scenario, halfway through that race, Troy crashed here, me and Troy were together, and I got a shit run out of here, so then Troy was side by side with me over this double here. I'm on the inside here. 99 out of 100 times, I have the right of way and I could just push Troy out and make him crash. But I said, no, I'm not going to be a dickhead. Try and keep the racing clean. So I checked up, gave Troy a line, and I actually tried going out here as well, which is a shit line, to give Troy the fast line so neither of us went down. It's not hard to do. You're much better off losing half a second than 5 seconds, just because you force the issue too much. Trying to, like, swerve my way through riders on the first lap. But did you know, like, even on lap 1, that left-hander there, I think there was about 6 people just filtering to the inside after each other, and I was the only person that went around the outside. And it's like, boys, you are allowed to experiment a little bit, especially on the opening, like, first 2 laps. I feel like it would save so much carnage. And there's people that qualify that find that hard, then they shouldn't have qualified. Not that they shouldn't have attempted to qualify, but they shouldn't be able to run a lap time good enough to qualify if they can't take a different line in a race. And again, that is the issue we've got, where they've locked regions, they've locked classes, so the competition has been thinned out so much that you get people that can run a good 1 lap in the races, and it causes the racing to be worse. I mean, LCQ might be up, but I'll be honest, gamers, I really couldn't care less about watching 250 LCQ.
Earlier in the sand.
But if you guys really, really want it.
In that P4 spot, all alone here. He's got a bunch of riders behind him, but they got a little bit of gap with Floyd down. Now J7.
Reed's in the LCQ.
Coming on through here in that P6 spot.
Having a look at everybody else in here, there's no reason he shouldn't make it in.
Gotta wait and see how far forward.
I suppose, yeah, that heat race number 1 was very stacked, wasn't it?
Behind him, I think that was Laurent in the background.
Oh, so they run in 250 and 450 LCQ at the same time, which is nice.
Has to be cautious. He's got 2 laps to get it done. With a minute 10 left to go in a
So
lap.
Dorian, Reed, Trey, and Dark making it through right now. JS7 trying to make a comeback. Dizzle on the outside looking in as well.
Before the timer expires. Oh, Reed over the bars at the end of the whoop. Spike goes flying.
And then Reed goes down on the end of the whoops and he gets a perfect respawn, so he loses like 2 seconds. Whereas my bike could be cartwheeling for 5 seconds, then it would be facing the wrong way. He's choking! He's nervous! He's nervous! He's wobbling! Gets up in P3, he's fine. He's got plenty of time. I know Troy's watching right now with his toes fully curled, hoping that Reed doesn't make it through. Because the Troy and Reed battle in the championship has definitely been heating up. And technically, if Reed was a nice honourable man, he would miss a round to give Troy a round back that Troy was getting DDoSed during Anaheim too. I feel like that's the nice and fair thing to do.
Through he comes. You see the leader just up there. He's got 9 seconds. He isn't going to get to the finish line, so he's got 1 lap left to go. We'll see how close GS7 can get here. He's got 4 seconds to close in on
this stream is up on Twitch. Just go to the MX Bikes category and it'll be the most viewed one.
Coming towards the end of this race here.
That's not Cam. There's multiple Cams that compete in this. The Cam in this one is from America. God damn it, Dark. How are we going to get Reed getting P5 if you're crashing? No, there was eight NA riders, or 8 American riders in just my heat race alone. So there's a lot of American riders in EU. But I know it's not the other way around. So it's like, the NA riders can do EU if they're not working or at school, but then the NA series is so late that the EU riders can't really do that, unless they just want to stay up super late, but I don't know if it's worth it. But I don't blame the NA riders for wanting to do the EU series. It is the better format, but it can get frustrating in the heat race when just everybody's got really bad ping. It just makes the racing so much sketchier.
Now he has the run down left hand side, hits the wall cleanly, kind of cases it. Triple single into this corner, looking down the inside. We'll see if they can get it done. Looking for it. He has to get a better drive here. He's got only a few corners to go and the switchbacks. So down the inside here, it's a one-lined track. Once they get into this section here, then they're going to go outside to get the double.
Oh, Reed, go over the bars on this single.
On to the start here.
No, he's fine.
J7 has line, Dark backs out, tries to get him on pace. He has one last shot to go. Trey makes a mistake, but he's going to be fine. Dark cannot get the drive. It's going to be JS7 getting the final transfer spot out of the queue here after Dark having it for so
Trey
long.
Just waited for Reed to go past there.
All the way to the end, so it's going to be Dorian, Marriott, Reed, Trey, and JS7.
So shall we make a prediction now? Reed said he is a new man.
keen.
Do we
I
remember what
recommend
happened
that boxing
on the
video.
start
Peter
at Anaheim 2?
LaFleur,
'Cause I do.
Joku, Yachty, TC,
Reed came from about gate 18
only
to
17
kill at
drivers
least 10
finished
people
this main
because he
event.
tried going from far outside to the inside in turn 1.
So
Do we
got
think he does it again this week? Shall we try and get an over-under before the race actually starts? Because it could happen. I could see a world where Reed thinks he gets the start and moves over. Yeah. Hey, I'm enjoyer of the old white and red yammies. I don't mind it at all. So it'll be... I don't know if they're going to run them... Let me check, actually. Are they going to run the main events together or staggered? Bum 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 bum. They haven't mentioned if it's going to be combined or staggered yet. I haven't got a very good gate selection anyway. I'm going to be on around gate 8 or so. Well, actually, so I think the first couple of inside gates are pretty shit. So I don't think anyone's going to really try and go for them by choice. So I might be able to sneak one of them and try and tuck up the inside. You didn't like the Club MX grey bikes? I was actually quite a big fan of them. I thought it looked nice. Yes, Dom, they have fixed the cheese corner. Tested it out myself. So, a W. I mean, if you're precise, you can probably try and ride on top of that rut. But then it's so easy to get inside them holes and you lose a lot of time jumping up. Just like that. That's what you don't want to do. And I had a couple of times where I was trying to go for this inside where I got a really bad turn and a bad exit, and then you've got not really got much forwards momentum. I want something consistent. And I don't know what that's going to be. My dirt textures are bugging out a little bit as I go into the sand. From the outside you can tie a tap into the sand. See, now we might just be getting a little bit too techie for the old man. Hey Reed, if I was talking crap about you, it'd be something that isn't true. I'm just simply stating what's happened in the past and asking people if they think it will happen again. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I see the vision. Okay, so that they are staggered races. Cool. Thank you. mind that. Don't mind that at all. That's not a bad shout. Lean back more. I almost looped my Larry last time. Oh, I don't want to do that. Holy. I didn't get the bike up straight. I was still leant over as I did it. I felt like I pulled back as hard as I could do that time. There's a point where it could just be a suspension diff as well, giving you extra pop. I don't mind even just hooking a bit further right as you come out of there to avoid it altogether. I've done that quite a few times now where I've turned too much in that rut. And I thought I'd try and stand up that time, see if I could get away with it, because usually if you can hit a rut stood up nicely, it's faster. But I might need the added security of sitting down in case the front end does try going. Usually you got a better chance of saving it if you sat down. Oh, good luck on your driving test tomorrow. Big moment. I wish you the best. I might have to lean forwards first and then lean back, because I'm definitely not getting the front wheel up enough. Oh, but I don't know if anybody else is really weird with this. I don't like leaning forwards all the way in the turn, because I don't like how I can basically barely see anything else other than the very tip of my front wheel. Kind of puts me off. I like seeing the handlebars and everything. It kind of messes with my steering, messes with my flow. Jesus Christ. I might just do that. Just keep going to the right instead. It's probably a bit more repeatable. That's probably quicker, isn't it? So, like, if I get it wrong, like I did there, it's probably quicker me, instead of going triple and then hitting the wall, it's probably better me going triple-double and then stepping on off. Yeah, I wish you the best of luck. What we're looking like, has this 250 race started? No, not yet. Hey, this is this DAYTONA. I was right with the title. It's hard because it could generally be to do with the track layout, but I just thought it would be rougher than it is. I loved last year's Daytona. Thought it was great. But I don't know if because the scaling's bigger and the straights are longer, is it harder to feel all of that extra track with rough? But it's not even like there's chop in the ruts as you exit the corner. The ruts are all perfectly smooth. And I'm pretty sure last year's ruts had a good amount of chop to them. And there was a lot more ruts in the actual rhythm sections themselves, like on the jump faces. Whereas on this track, I think this is the only jump that has ruts on the face. Who have I got for the real race? It's so hard to bet against Eli at Daytona. Third gear around the corner worked very nicely. That didn't work nicely though. Yeah. 250 starting. Oh yeah. Let me load into the 450 server and then we'll start watching that. Don't know if Star will have enough room for another 450 rider as well. I think it's hard for Cole because who really do you go to if Star can't accommodate you?
250 main event followed by Serov, and then we got Randy, Theo, Alexi, Zor, Dylan, Cloud, everybody moving on through. Ethan, Ryan,
whoever that is in P5, I have never heard of them in my life, and I'm pretty sure if I try and pronounce that name, my furniture will start floating.
Moving on forward. So Serov sitting in P2, a private.
Bro was born in enchantment table language.
Theo, I mean, he's looking like Ryland. He just moves on forward. Theo down, hits a bad kicker over the bars. He goes, and we finally see Brad once again. He's up ahead of Froxy.
I can see his team name there, and it says like Milyaev. He's definitely Russian. 100% got to be Russian.
The privateer. Like I said, Ryland had a good ride last week.
Especially with Alexei as a last name. Like, you can't get much more Russian than that.
I do not see Ryland though, so actually never mind, I do. I'm just blind. He's in P7. But Dylan moved forward into P5. And then, oh, mistakes in the back. Froxy's down in the background on the double triple line. So we got to keep pushing forward, see how these guys are going to do here with Ryland.
We're on the opposite coast now. Ken's doesn't race these ones.
The group up ahead of him. With Serov leading the way.
So your red plate holder in this series so far is in 15th place. Not a great start for Froxy.
See just how far they can get once timing and scoring kind of reworks itself. Actually, these guys are battling up for P2.
KFC's got a very comfy lead already at the end of lap number 2.
So this is
what a start can do for you. Get away from all the chaos.
Zor after timing and scoring updates. We got Zera P4 here. Ryland P5. Brad is all the way back up to.
So you want to? The weird thing about this 250 class is, as you guys say, it's all 99% KTM. Yeah, Ken's won almost every. I think has Ken's gone undefeated so far?
So moving on through here.
Ken's won almost every round on the other coast on a Husky, and we've only had one round of East Coast so far, which Froxy won also on a Husky. So I'm surprised, because usually MX Bikes players are just sheep, and whoever goes fastest, they'll copy that bike. So I'm surprised the rest of the 250 class haven't been dabbling in Husky life yet.
See, oh, Zaire. Zaire.
I feel for Talon right now as well. If people could just like stop putting random X's in their name instead of the vowel that it actually is, then we'd know how to pronounce your names as commentators.
Oh, Zaire.
Because there you go. It could. He's just gone through 3-4 different iterations there. It could be Zez or Zur, Zaire. Like, bruh.
All right. Well, Dylan and Zaire now sitting still. P2 and P3 trying to hold on here. We got KFC still.
No, it's not the same bike. The Huskies, well, they're not identical. They are different. I couldn't tell you in which ways they're different, even if it's just down to the power output, but they are different. The TM is the meta, but the TM's been banned since Outdoors last year, I believe.
P5, I believe, ahead of Serov now. We'll see when they cross the line if he has cuts or not. Here they come, and it is Brad is going to have P5 now, so Brad's slowly moving forward.
Love that, Brad.
He has to win if he wants to have the points lead, because I think KFC
listen, even though I'm racing the GPs, if you still want to send me the tracks a day early for me to ride on and get practice on to get an unfair advantage, I'll be all for it.
Dylan off the side of the track there, struggling.
Since people are going to say that I get it anyway.
Both go on through. So now this is the battle for P2.
We may as well prove him right.
Win last week, and we'll see if he can continue that trend onto this week to try to get a main event podium. As right now, he's
my quali was a 119.5, I think.
Ryland jumping left. I don't think he's going to get it. He's going to jump back.
Holy
right.
fucking
Underneath
cross jump.
Zaire jumps over him, gets the triple. He's gonna
What's
get
the need for
double.
that?
Try to get on off. Ryland jumps for it. Cases.
I'm triggered
Brad's gonna
for
hold on.
Zaya,
Cases
whatever the
up
fuck his
ahead of
name
him
is.
now.
Like, bro went far left to far right.
Brad trying to get past Dylan. Mistake for Dylan. And Brad's going to hold on and
But then
get
it's
ahead of him now. So
250 class. It's usually even worse than the 450s for race awareness.
Up to 15th now. Your points leader trying to hold on.
It kind of goes back to the same situation as just giving up a rut. It's like, if you give up a rut to somebody, you lose 2 tenths instead of crashing and losing 5 seconds.
12-second gap to KFC.
If you don't scrub the shit out of a jump next to somebody, you'll lose less than a tenth compared to going far left to far right scrubbing and both crashing and losing 5 seconds.
So see what Brad can do here.
Like, people ought to chill out a little bit. It's not that deep. It's a long race.
In the heat race to get the main event win.
The fact that 250s are getting that triple clean there is quite impressive. Unless they're only...
Oh, he misses the whoops. That's going to give him a ton of cuts.
That's a lot of cuts. Unless you're... I saw them all going to the far right there rather than the left side, so I'm guessing the takeoff of the triple's better on the far right.
Just a tiny bit of time to get rid of more from crashing. So Zaire just ahead of him. Looks like Nicholas had a mistake at the end of the whoops. See Cloud.
Yes, GP starts March. It's either like 21st or 23rd. I can't remember which one exactly.
Top 10. So even more problems for him. And now closing in on Zaire.
There is. I'm pretty sure I missed round 1 because of that.
Gets the triple out barely, cases a tiny bit.
I think I'm gone from the 16th for a week, possibly 2 weeks.
Abject became a member.
Thank you very much, Jakey.
Brad on the move here, trying to keep on moving forward.
I speak in Times New Roman. I've not heard that one before.
He's going to get both of them and move into P2, but I don't know if he has enough time to catch up to KFC unless there's some mistakes up front. Outside for Brad instead of inside there. He's going to line up here.
I haven't... I saw like a clip of one of the Earthworks Supercross Series tracks, but I've not looked into it any further than that.
So Brad did get 2 seconds from going off the track in the whoops there.
I don't know what time they're on. I don't know when the tracks release relative to when the race is. So I'm a little bit ill-informed.
Oh, and he's into the top block.
Brad's having some grief in these whoops.
Not go down. Ooh, just barely avoids Dylan there. He's going to get back on. He's going to
Gotta make sure you're on the right account, Reaper.
Looks like KFC had a mistake because now
We don't deal with no first-person shooters around here, even though I do like my Call of Duty a lot.
Closing in to make a first win here.
This is dirt bikes. Ugh.
New team of
3 years? What an animal.
At Reaperdoc became a member. At
What a man.
Reaperdoc celebrates 36 months of membership. 3 years.
3 years, kind of crazy.
Over the Supercross triple. But we'll keep an eye on Ryland here, see how far he can move.
It's mad, isn't it, that we've been playing the same game for over 3 years now. And it's arguably in a worse state now than it was 3 years ago. God damn it.
All these guys moving forward.
Can we get some commentary aliens? Hell no.
See what Cloud can do here.
I ain't getting paid for that. Let Talon do his job.
He's closing in. Do we see Froxy or nope? That's Nicholas and Olleroyd, and then we see Froxy.
Froxy hasn't moved through the field as quickly as I would expect him to, but then again, it's a very one-line track. I'm having a good day, thank you, Reaper. Same back to you, of course.
Lou, you hope you're having a good day. Less than 3.
Oh, and Nicholas just sends Cloud.
I've had a very unproductive day today. I didn't wake up until 10, and I pretty much just played Call of Duty Ranked until like 30 minutes before the stream started.
But Nicholas loses time because of it.
So not a very, very busy day.
Right behind him, but now it's Froxy getting ahead of Olleroyd, so that moves him up into 7th now for sure, even without the cuts.
Did Froxy...
Now it's back up to 7.7 now.
He gained 1 position. Dylan's making a lot more mistakes than he usually does. I'm playing Marathon. What's your thoughts on it? Because somebody asked me earlier if I'd played it yet, and then I asked chat, and they seemed very split. I've not seen anything about the game. I've seen no gameplay, nothing. I've seen 1 single screenshot because it was a thumbnail of Jev's video for today. I've seen nothing else other than that. Do you get on 450 for Daytona? No, they're just clickbaiting you with the YouTube video. Don't fall for the propaganda. There's no reason that he would do it when all of the hype's around him doing
But
2027 A1.
That time, and down into P3 he goes, and another mistake for him.
I don't think they'd ruin that hype of a first 450 race. Even though he's done
because of his 4 seconds of cuts
WSX.
over Ryland.
But, you know, AMA side of things.
Time is going to go down to P4 on timing and scoring. He stays right side. Cases a tiny bit. Does he still go for it? He does. Ryland tries to follow in pursuit. Cases a tiny bit. Does he get the second one? Cases that one. So now Brad has a little bit of breathing room into the ruts here. Even a P2 finish for Brad would be good, but even a P3 might even be just as good.
Funny enough, I've seen that little information on Marathon that when Transcend first asked me about it earlier in the stream, I think he said, "Are you doing are you trying Marathon?" At first I thought he meant, "Am I just doing a actual running marathon because of the ultra marathon training?"
Still be 1 point back on Froxy here. Oh, down goes Ryland. Could not get the double across the start straight. Unfortunately, that puts him a little bit too far back for Brad, and that's going to let Brad get by.
Yeah, I'm going to call cap on a 58.2 on Forest.
Froxy is slowly closing in. You see him in the back.
Maybe Forest short,
That's Dylan, my bad.
but definitely not Forest long. It's been going all right. I literally took like an entire week off just out of pure laziness, and then my nan, who I'm doing this all for anyway, like for the charity, she passed away on Saturday last week, so it kind of gave me another kick up the arse to get back to it again. So I haven't run, like actually run in like 2 weeks, but this week I've been doing a hell of a lot of walking. I'm just trying to get a lot of mileage on the feet really, just so they're just less prone to getting like tired, less prone to getting blisters, all that stuff. I'm just trying to spend a lot of time on them. It's quite nice having a walking pad at home because I've got it downstairs and I can just put the TV on, put on a series and watch like 2 episodes of a show whilst walking, and it's great. So the last 2 days, for example, I've been watching the 2nd series of Fallout whilst walking, and it helps pass the time a lot. And before people say just walk outside, I live in the UK. It's been raining for 3 months. It's absolutely miserable. So as soon as it's sunny again, I will do.
But Brad closing in on Zaire.
That's no worries, L21. That's life. It happens.
Up to 30 as Ryland off of cuts. So it'd make it a 5-point swing after he beat KC by 2, I believe.
So I was meant to go riding tomorrow, but me and BP looked at the track photos today, looked at the weather, and we kind of chalked it because it's going to be raining. Just got a notification saying that the event itself is cancelled, so I wonder if we'll get refunded the money by default that we paid for it. I hope so. That'd be nice. It would surprise me if it did. Unlucky spawn, that is a good way of putting it. No, I appreciate all the kind words, gamers. I've made my peace with it for now. I'm sure at the actual funeral I'll be a bit of a mess, but I'm good until then. It's just life, you know. We live, we die. She had a good life. Have nothing but good memories with her, so nothing negative to say. If anything, I wouldn't say I'm happy that she's passed, but I'm more like relieved because she hasn't got to deal with it anymore. I'm sad for my granddad because now he's kind of by himself and he's lost his wife that he was with for, you know, probably like 60 years. So I feel worse for him. That's how life goes. Autograph toaster. Well, there's rumours of a Linda and the AJP boys rocking up at Anaheim 1 2027 IRL. So if you want to bring a toaster to A1, I can sign it for you. I've not enjoyed the tracks so far this year, Churro. Don't need to like sugarcoat it or anything. I mean, as you're watching this gameplay right now, I haven't got to say anything. You look at the track in the turns, you look at where the erode is, and you tell me if the track is multi-lined or one-lined only. Just in the turns, based on where the dark bits of the track are. You tell me if it makes for good racing. Because I could now, I know it's probably harder to do in Supercross, I could pull you up a screenshot of what the Spanish GP from last year looked like at the end of EU, and there was one corner that had 4 ruts, and all 4 ruts were eroded because they'd all been used because they were all viable ruts.
But
Whereas
Brad right behind him. Oh, it's down to
it's
5
one
seconds.
line everywhere. Yeah.
So Brad down the right-hand side after mistaking the sand for Zaire.
Nowhere Sunday. I was meant to go into Lions Lane tomorrow, but it looks like the weather's a bit arse, and they've just cancelled anyway, so it's no big deal.
Mistakes of his own up front. Time is going to expire. They got 1 lap left to go here.
I don't think the UK has a low crime rate at all. I feel like the crime rate in the UK is pretty high. I mean, if you want me to get really edgy and get demonetized, I'm pretty sure the average rapes per like 100,000 people is the highest in the entire world. Coincidentally, so is the certain percentage of the population being a certain type of person. But anyway, that's for another day. We're not a political channel here. We're playing some MX Spikes. So yeah, not a nice place.
At Logan E66,465.
Thank you very much, Logie.
Oh, case for Brad. Can't get the triple.
Mannix just hit the nail on the head. Your friend got stabbed 2 weeks ago. It's actually a shithole. If I didn't have family in the UK, I'd say to Linda, like, pack your fucking bags. We're either going to Texas or we're going somewhere in Australia. One of the two.
He goes. And now we'll see how far Brad can get to catch up to him. Right now, like I said, he's going to be 3 points back, but could be only 1 if he pulls far enough ahead of Brad. Now KFC looking to.
Would smoother tracks and higher in a road be a compromise? No, the ruts don't form well. You do just end up getting 1 line again if you let it form itself. It would just be all the way around the outside of the bowl turns.
Cutting back time to jump across the start straight, and then he's got the switchbacks.
I've started seeing some Poland propaganda recently of people saying how like safe and nice Poland is, and all I keep seeing in the comments of the posts is people being like, "Stop promoting this. We don't want it to go to shit."
Round number 2 at Daytona, and he's going to take the points lead along with it. Brad's going to cross the line in P2. Is Zaire close enough? No, Brad's going to get P2, and he's going to be 1 point behind at the end of this. Zaire's going to be.
I played MTG like 4 days ago.
And we finally see
I keep meaning to write to Nico. So I was just going to give him some like general feedback and things I think could be improved. And I don't think I am at liberty to be able to discuss those things on stream. I'm pretty sure it all falls under the NDA. But there's a couple of things that I think are a little bit iffy, like a bit wonky sometimes, that could be improved. But then there's some things I think that it does really, really well.
Red plate is going to have a 1 point lead over Brad. He's going to have a 3 point lead over Foxy. So it is. Oh,
there you go. So Froxy's just lost his red plate. He goes from 1st to 3rd, and I think KFC's just gone to the red plate now. Right, we'll close that. Close that. Turn that off. Into here. Select gate. Let's just do something like that. I don't know. I don't know where we're going to end up on the gate. Top 6 day, it all depends on how that first corner goes. I mean, you saw how the heat race went. Once you kind of get stuck with a certain group of riders, it's really hard to get out of it. Yeah, well actually I suppose I can talk about things that you guys can see as well based on the gameplay that was released. So yeah, what Celica said there, like the front end twitch, that's one of the things I was going to write and say needs sorting. Front end can be very, very twitchy. Oh, I thought my game had crashed in. I ended up 4th in the heat, I think. It was a very, very stressful heat. I'm surprised I finished as high as 4th. Pace is good, I don't know. There's a certain point where I can't just say that I'm getting unlucky anymore. Like, surely if I keep getting involved in these first corner crashes, and it's me doing something wrong after a certain point. I mean, there's nothing wrong with my Yami. It just needs, you know, like the usual air filter and all that shit done. But the issue is, so BP and the AJP boys store and travel my bike for me because I've got nowhere to put it, and they live like 3 hours in one direction. My Yami is in a lockup near where my parents live, and that is another like 3 hours in the opposite direction for him. So I need to try and find a weekend, or just need to commit to a certain day where I'm just going to be like, right, I either need to get my dad to sort it and meet us at a track, and then BP takes it home with him, or I need to hire a van, drive the 4 hours home, pick up the bike, drive the 3 hours to BP, drop the bike off, and then drive the 3 hours back home to me again. Oh, Ben, I got the message through from it's cancelled tomorrow. Does that automatically mean we get refunded? Does it like come to the bank account? Does it stay on the website or what? Race will be starting any minute now, actually. Any minute now. Just fans. Yeah, just fans. Or like campers as well. He said, oh, in 40. That's crazy work, because if I remember correctly, BP actually made me lose 50 in a casino when I said multiple times I didn't want to gamble because I'm really bad when I start gambling. But he peer pressured me into it. So he actually owes me 50 anyway that I lost while gambling. I told him I've got a gambling problem, when I start I can't stop, but he still took me to the casino. Bad influence. It's getting very, very warm in this little box room again, though. Actually, let me put a foot on the radiator. Has she turned the heating on? No, radiator's cold. It's just the PC putting the heat up. I was going to be going to the Lions Lane sand track. In Shrewsbury. I do need to keep an eye out over my shoulder if Fresh is behind me, because he did say in the chat after that heat race that he gets payback on people that punted him. So even though on my screen I didn't touch him or get affected and didn't punt him, on his screen he did get punted. So I need to just keep an eye out, see if he's going to go for a dive bomb anywhere. I'm not going to give you guys any personal information on Linda at all. Whilst your intentions might be innocent, there are unfortunately some weirdos on the internet. No, I've never been to the States. I'll say hopefully if we can get this Anaheim 1 trip sorted for next year, it'll be my first time there. And I can promise you I am going to engorge myself with the food that you guys have. Oh! How fun's riding sand? I personally am shit in sand, so not fun. I thrive on the hardpack. The old blue groove. Love it. I don't think I'd move to the States until like the rest of my family had passed, because I just don't think I'd want to live in an entire different country to my parents. Oh, I know the food's bad for you, but it's like if I'm only there for a week, I may as well indulge. He's doing tricks on it. Right. 0.15 euro. That's... I feel like that's higher than usual, isn't it? It's not a terrible gate, but if I don't get a good jump, it's going to go wrong. Right. Before the gate drops, everyone pay attention to the left side of my screen to see if anybody tries hooking a hard right and tries to get to the inside of turn 1 when they've got no right to be there. We'll see if it happens. I've got 3 element riders in front of me off the start. This old Cameron box, he was always going to come past, don't mind filtering out behind Cam. Although bro just went so fucking slow in that corner. God damn it. Oh, I'm going to land on him. Fuck. I could have got that step on there as well, that's frustrating. Now I'm going to lose more time. Uh-oh. It's alright, still the opening couple of laps, just need to let everything fizzle out. Let some gaps open up. The element posts would go crazy on the gram if they're getting 1, 2 and 3. Oh wait, Aiden's there. Oh, it's Reed in front of me. Where's Troy? Troy's in 8th. I didn't get these whoops bad once in my heat race. I knew that I'd be able to get to that inside there because he had to single out, so he was in the air, not moving forwards. Jesus. Oh, we are slow into these turns. Jesus! What are we doing, Reed? I don't know if he's doing it on purpose or what. Oh my fucking Christ. So I'll say it once, I'll say it many, many times, the joys of a one-line track. You just have to sit there and wait for people to make mistakes. Reed smells like Dorito dust and poverty, is what I have just read. And now that I've passed him, he's all over my ass. Like, could you not go fast when I was behind you? Oh, these whoops are going to get hard. I can already tell how the erode's forming there. Nope, not going to get that. I wasn't confident I'd get over it. Better to be safe than sorry. Oh, front end almost went. Went in there a little bit too hot. I remember next lap I want to try and go into the next rut to the inside. Give me a better run through the whoops, hopefully. It'd be nice if these two took each other out, but I don't think they're gonna because they're teammates. Even if it's by mistake, I feel like they'll be extra careful around each other. Because that is P2, like, at the front of these two. Do a P3 on cuts. I no longer have P3 on cuts. You fucker. Oh, tried turning down, but the front wheel didn't go in the rut. No. Oh, so much time you lose when you can't get that. Fucking P2's right there. Yeah, I got Tyler on my arse, but he's got so many cuts. He can go past me. I love when my bike just fucking collapses on me on the landing. Watch that give me cuts as well. Alright, got a huge gap behind me. So we'll try and race forwards. If that's Jake just in front of Ty, I'm going to be so frustrated. We went all that time without making a mistake, and then I make one and he goes down. Yeah, it is as well. Although we are coming up to lappers. Guarantee he goes to the insider. Oh no, he went tight inside, fair fucks. Love that for fish. I was about to say they probably aren't expecting us to be going in the inside rut. Oh. Fuck's sake. Why do I always get fucked by lappers in one way or another? Always just catch him at the wrong fucking time. Now he's going to go to the far right. Oh my Christ. They haven't even got to take me out anymore. They just have to crash in front of me at the wrong time, so I have to mess up a rhythm. Then the person behind me doesn't get fucked up. Oh, for fuck's sake. Get him out of here. Get rid of fucking coast lock. Get rid of region lock. Not like they had the blue flag or anything for a lap. They shouldn't be sat in the fucking race line anyway. And before people say, no, that you have to find a way around them, it is in the aerial rules that they need to get out of the way, not the other way around. How frustrating. What could have been a P2 relegated to a P5 potential, well, P4 potential P5, because now after all that shit, it reads only 3 seconds behind. Respawn. God. This track is fucking horrific. This is where I'm going to start just bitching and complaining constantly because it's all falling apart, but fuck me, this track's horrific. Please go back to making stuff that's multiple lines. Not just following the massive trench until you can't anymore because it's got holes in it. Yoit. Yeah, flow state's gone. It's so weird how once you kind of fuck up once, just multiple mistakes then happen back to back. No! That's it. That sounded weird. I feel really, really like hard done by there getting a fifth, you know. Yeah, did Reed cut the track then or not? Because it sounded like he was in me, but then I looked, I don't know. I don't think he did. Let me re-watch it. I feel really hard done by in that race. I don't know why. I just feel like I meet lappers at the wrong time and then it kind of messes up the whole flow and it falls apart. To be fair, I didn't see a last lap flag. I did not know that was the last lap at all. And then I saw, when I got to here, I saw the last lap, I saw the finish flag. No server attacks today. Did he cut the track or did he just bark? I feel like he just barked it. It's hard to tell. I think he just munched it. Although... he did. The fucking... Reed, I know he's about to come into this stream. Do you want to know why I think he did? If you look at my rider's shadow, and you notice where it is, Reed's one appears all the way over here on the left. My shadow is never over here. I think he cut the corner. He fucking did, didn't it? Look, you can tell by where how his bike's handled. Well, I haven't got to protest it. I know that there's admins that sit in here watching this, intentionally cutting the track. I thought he was going to punt me here, to be honest. I'm surprised he didn't. I almost went over the bars. I had to whack it up into, you'll see at the bottom right, I had to whack it up into 5th gear on the limiter because I thought I was going OTB. And then, nothing wrong with this. He moved over to block the line, as you would do on the last lap. That's fair. Yeah, fair enough. I bet you didn't cut, but you went through the tough blocks. Reed, I don't know what your dictionary is telling you, but this rut is a long way away from, like, if you go through the bales, that is cutting. I'm not just being, like, unjust with you, like, am I? You can't say you went through the bales, but you didn't cut. It doesn't matter what bale you went through. Like, if you go through a bale, you're cutting. Though it didn't affect the outcome of the race, but just know if you beat me there, I would have been very, very salty because of it. But yeah, I didn't know that was the last lap. But when I got to here, you can't see just under my face cam, but the flags are here. I saw the checkered flag like waving here. So oh shit, I guess I actually have to go then. Oh, that's overall, it's a really frustrating race. I mean, most people would be happy with a P5. And I should probably be happy with a P5, but knowing how close that P2 was, and I was just in my flow, and then all it takes is me in a lapper down in the like main line at the wrong time, and my flow just goes completely. And then I play like fucking hot shit after that. So it's very frustrating. Do I like the random potholes? No, but to be fair, there's nothing that can be done about that. That is purely Pobosoe Road. Although I would say there's not as many bad ones here as there usually is. Where Reed is just exiting this inside, just on the exit of this inside where my cursor is here, there's a horrible hole. It's like they form in really strange places. Did I or did I not, before the stream started, say that I had a good feeling that there would be no issues with the servers today? Throwing it out there. Just saying. Is there something wrong with my face cam, by the way? Because there's like a line above the line at the top. If I take that... I've got 2 face cams. That's because I'm watching myself back. Is this not just a normal full screen? How have I... Did I F11 it? No. How did I get this in full screen just then? I have no idea. That would explain why there's 2 lines. Right. DM trying to do a vote about no region lock for round 1 of GPs. I hope so. I really do. The main event was fine because I actually had a good start for once, but that heat race was so painful. I do think people could do okay on the KTM tonight as long as they can get that big line in the long rhythm. So like behind where my rider is here, well, to the left and behind. If they can get that big quad and then step on off of the table on the KTM would be good because it's good in ruts. The road got quite deep because they ran a higher value. Again, the issue is because the scaling's so big, and it makes the ruts bigger. And then if you can clear all of the big lines from an inside line because the scaling's really big, and you carry loads of speed, it's going to get quite one-lined anyway. But I mean, it's my second best finish of the year, I think. I think I got a 3rd at A1, and then I think this 5th is my next best one. There's pros and cons to it. The overall pace was better, the qualifying was better. I was inconsistent in the race, as I have been anyway. Where are we at next week, by the way? Where are we off to next week? Well, I always do tend to have a good time at Daytona. I just wish it was a little bit more technical than it was. Like last year's Daytona was so good. Or Indy. Oh, so we go from like probably the longest track of the year to probably the shortest. Indy's always really, really small, isn't it? And it's a triple crown. Oh, okay. So I'm going to have to do some start practice is what we're saying. You going IRL, W? Hope you have a good time. So what we're saying is Tomac's winning tomorrow and Roxon's winning next week. Yeah, BC is making the MXGP tracks. And I agree, last year's GP tracks were the best ones. No worries, Reed. I will, well, I'll catch you next week, I guess. You got Webb winning Daytona and Indy. I can see Webb winning in Indy. I don't know if Webb's got a Daytona in him, though. But, gamers, you have no idea how happy I am when I say this. I am really happy that we're just getting through a night of racing without having to postpone until the next week or the Sunday. Yeah, all seems good. Sorry, just checking Discord. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I wish everybody in NA the best of luck for later as well, as always. Thank you for staying with me here. I'm pretty sure we peaked at over 500 people at one point. 569 people we peaked at earlier, so that's really, really good. I suppose Daytona is a bit of a special one, isn't it? But yeah, that's really, really good, especially for mid-series. Really, really happy with that. So again, thank you everybody very, very much. Before you head out for the night, I know there's still a couple hundred of you here. Press the like button, please. And thank you. That would make me very, very happy. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your night. And I'll catch you next time.